welcome everybody
Welcome.
to the second episode of the Spotter Stand with Ryan.
Echo. Thank you for having me.
And we are here after the Daytona 500 weekend.
500. Man, what a week. What a weekend. Definitely coming off of the clash. I know nerves was in the air. There was still a little faint of like weather, but we got through it.
Yeah, they moved up the race an hour.
Thank you. Moved up the
honestly,
race an hour.
great move by NASCAR to move that up a race
you.
because I don't know if you saw the weather afterwards.
Oh, by the time it was over, it was gray, but that I think
Yeah.
the last caution they like looked up.
They
at
said
the
that
sky.
it was for about another hour. It was sprinkling, and then it was just a torrential downpour.
Yeah, it was-
like and it stayed there for hours. Like there was no way they were getting that race in regulation, and there was no way they were restarting it. That was going to get called 100% if that rain came.
Yeah.
It was there for a while.
It's there. It was like you said, I'm happy that NASCAR definitely moved it up an hour. I was okay with that. I wasn't doing anything anyway. So
Yeah, it's a Sunday.
Thank you.
1:30. There's
Sunday.
no
Already.
football left on. Super Bowl was last weekend. It's over.
Yeah, I got a couple more months to the spring football, so I was like, man, this Sunday's pretty
Yeah.
slow right now. But no, they moved it up. Good racing throughout pretty much all day.
All weekend,
all
honestly.
weekend from the duels were exciting, and then just from everything from the Truck Series, then to O'Reilly, and then the Cup. It was really nice. It was a nice weekend, a nice 500. No, like I said, no weather to get in the way this time after coming off of whatever the clash was with the snow.
Surprisingly, I mean, everyone thinks that the Daytona 500 has a lot of weather involved. We've been lucky the past couple of years. We have. I mean, all last year, the Clash was the first race in about over a year to be affected by weather. Yeah. So the whole last year, there was not a single race postponed until Monday.
No, there was not. I even the I know the street race kind of got a little rain. They kind of pushed it back, and it was about night before they almost got it off, but they finished. And Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago always. I think it's had rain every single year they've been there.
Every year. Shouts out my hometown. Can't stay dry, but hey, it put on
not on July 4th at least.
Thank you.
Not on that weekend.
Don't have to worry about that with San Diego this year into the future because it's California during the summer, so I doubt
it should be
raining.
70 and beautiful.
It's gonna be beautiful out there. But who knows? But we're gonna start off this week talking about the duels.
Yeah, let's go through. Well, first Wednesday was qualifying. Kyle Busch starting the pole.
KFB, baby. KFB.
Coming into this race with hopes for, of course, it didn't happen, but
hey, good run. He didn't get taken out. No DNF. Finished 14th. So
finished 14th. Although I don't know if you noticed on the last lap or if with his in car, he backed out of it. He realized he wasn't had no chance of winning.
Yeah.
From all the way back there. He made it through the big wreck, but he's got no shot anymore, so he just made sure he made the finish.
Make the finish, get those points, as we all know.
Which matters now.
Points matter now.
We're already talking about points, which we will get into.
Yeah.
We're already in the process of talking about points and having better point days. Unlike last year, where it would have been, Reddick's in the playoffs.
And that was a joy to just jump back to the 500. It was a joy to hear just throughout the series, no winning you're in.
Yeah.
You win this. We're talking about the win right now.
Yeah, we're talking about the actual race. We're not talking about playoffs.
Not one time was the chase brought up in a scenario where someone was winning. They brought it up, because it's the new format. But
we probably won't hear it until the summer stint. Probably about 10 races to go. Yeah. We might, of course, we'll hear about points battles and people trying to have to dig out of their hole that came out of which. There's a lot of big drivers that already set themselves in a hole, which we will also get into. But yeah. Right. Qualifying, KFB, Chase Briscoe starting second. And then, of course, the rest of it's determined by the duels finishes, which duel number one was not Chase. Number one was Joey Logano. Logano, third. I think it's third or fourth duel win.
Third, I think they said.
It was at least his third.
Yeah.
He gets to start fourth, or I believe the duels one is the inside line. I want to say, and the duel two is the outside, so he would start third. But yeah, that race I did watch a good bit of that one. A lot more action than the second one.
The second one was clean.
Yeah, it was clean.
It wasn't a bad. It was just super clean.
It was super clean. It was exciting up race. They were going at it up at the top. So I mean, kind of gave us an insight to maybe how the 500 will look.
Yeah.
And it wound up being a little bit of both of those.
It did, a little bit of chaos and a little bit of clean racing. personally hadn't really seen like the little serpentine when cars are done pitting and they're trying to stop the big pack from coming and to break them up.
Well, you haven't seen that because last year Logano blocked the whole field.
Maybe as good as that. That was I just really saw it in like the Duel 2 race of like them splitting it up and how just it changed everything. And just like I said, these drivers are so good because going that fast, having to then, get off the gas, maneuver, make sure you don't kill anyone by running over them or somebody's
in the 500, that last pit stop, they went 4 wide, passing guys on the inside.
And
passing slow cars re-entering the track. They went 4 wide. That is not easy to do at Daytona.
Shaking and moving at Daytona too.
Not easy to do at
Daytona.
Going
around, going into turn 3 and 4. So that was wild. That was like, hey, I said these drivers impress me all the time.
So the duels were exciting. I mean,
wins.
Yep, Chase wins the second one. Beautiful. Got I believe his second. I can't remember if they said that it was Logano's third before he had 3 before the race, or if he had 2 and that was his third. And then Chase, it was the same situation with either it's his third or it's his second. I think he had 2 before.
Yeah.
And I think maybe Logano even had 3 before because he's always been good at these at the super speedways. But
even shows with the finish.
But yeah, duels on Thursday. Exciting racing, set up the starting line for the race. And then we got the truck race on Friday, which was big with Ram coming back in, was big with just a lot of big names in there. I mean, they even showed a graphic one time where you had former Cup champions in there. You had
Travis Pastrana was in there.
You got Travis Pastrana in there. You had Corey LaJoie in there. You had Tony Stewart in there. You had Carson Hocevar was there. You had a lot of star power in that race, and honestly,
Cletus McFarland was in there.
He said he not for very long.
They 5 laps. I feel bad for my guy.
He wrecked out of 4 on lap 6. I mean, just not used to the car still, because the trucks are different.
Yeah.
The trucks are different than the ARCA. He even said that the ARCA cars, they're tight. Like they will hug it. Yeah. Whereas out of 4 in those trucks, if you're around other cars, that back end gets lifted. And he overcorrected, sent himself into the inside wall. I did love his interview. I don't know if he listened to it or not.
No.
He mentioned that he talked to Carson Hocevar before the race and got some advice from him. And Hocevar was like, yeah, usually if you're the one that causes a wreck, you're not involved in it. But I was the one that caused it, and I was the only one involved. So Carson Hocevar, I don't know how much advice I need to be taken from him. That's pretty much what he said. But Cletus is a great personality for the sport, for the race.
Is he running anymore? Do we know?
I think he's got a couple more truck races. I don't remember if he's doing ARCA a lot more than he did last year, but he's he does have a couple more truck races.
Nice.
And but truck race was overall exciting. That finish was insane. I mean, they had a 4 wide finish.
Really?
Not for the lead, but like I think it was 3rd on back or 4 wide coming across the line. So Chandler Smith and Ruggiero, both of them came out of nowhere, out of 4 with just a huge head of steam. Took the low line and just stuck it down there and kept it going.
They do not 120. Man. Every winner this week won it on the last lap.
Yep.
Every winner.
And I could be wrong, but it might be to where Austin Hill did not win it on the last lap.
Yeah,
Austin Hill won. Austin Hill swept the
Xfinity
race. He had every stage win. He had both stage wins and the race win. I mean, it's Austin Hill.
He came. It says,
I believe he is still the winningest driver on super speedway tracks in Xfinity, and
swept the stage. 75 points. Dang.
He is very good at blocking. He's very good at controlling the lines. He's very good at, even when tires mattered more at Daytona for the Xfinity cars, he restarted 15th one time and was back up to 2nd in like 10 laps. Tires mattered for them, but he knows how to make his way through the field. He really does. And the Richard Childress cars in Xfinity are fast. They have speed. I mean, Jesse Love was right up there with him too.
Shouts out Jesse Love.
But yeah,
last year's champion.
That means Chandler Smith got the win in the truck race with Austin Hill sweeping the Xfinity race, and then Sunday.
Then
you got the 500.
Woo! The 500. What a good for me personally, what a good super speedway race. Those were really nice 500. Very clean. I said not a lot of chaos. It didn't just break down.
I mean,
But there was
I would say clean was the only reason, in my opinion, that it was clean is because they were saving fuel. I mean, if you saw in that entire stage 3, they were 60% throttle. Toyota was just sitting up there at the front, controlling all 3 lines. You had 2311 literally controlling top, middle, bottom. And then more Toyotas on the bottom as well in line. So really no one could even try and get down to pit without just backing all the way out and dropping. So
Brad was
Brad was not happy.
They were not happy.
Brad was not
that guy out the way. What are you doing? Hey, make him choose.
Granted, I don't like it. I don't love the fuel saving, but it's a strategy.
It is.
And you're not going to be able to go back to what it was because now teams know this. Now teams adapted to this. I mean, on Friday, even I didn't listen to the interview, but they talked about on the teardown where Alan Gustafson and Chase Elliott were in an interview, and they talked about, hey, they were one of the first teams to come up with this strategy, and it was a lot of fun when they were the only ones doing it because they would jump a bunch of people at the end. Now that everyone's doing it, now it's just like, but you can't really go back.
Can't go back. That is look.
Without rules changes, without major rules changes, you're not going to be able to go back to what it was.
Because from a standpoint, like I said, was it? Am I mad they didn't just go full throttle? Yeah, but at the same time,
it wasn't just not full throttle. It was 5 seconds slower. They were running 51.
Yeah.
They were running 51 lap times. 51
That's and we still
insanely
had what?
Slow.
I want to say by the time before pit stop started, it was still 15 laps left.
I think mid 20s was when they started. Mid 20 to early 20s was when they started pitting, and then you had guys like McDowell somehow saving enough fuel to make it all the way without even pitting.
But Noah Gregson couldn't even save fuel. Poor bastard. He got stranded out there.
Yeah, and there was someone ran out of fuel.
That was Noah Gregson.
That was Gregson.
Yeah, he ran out of fuel, and I think Josh Berry had to push him back. I want to say I can't remember. I'm not sure. Yeah, but somebody had to push him back because he did run out of fuel. So like with the fuel safe, like obviously somebody need to teach my boy Noah how to save that day. Because but I still think it was pretty good. Shouts out Bubba, leading 40 laps. A lot of them came through that right there of holding them down.
Which was my pick to win. Unfortunately, it didn't work out at the end. But
2311 still took it home. Like we said, at least I said 2311. Chase Briscoe, that was my pick. He led 23 laps, but was in a wreck.
That was which one?
That was
I'm trying to remember who caused it. It was the early on.
Yeah. Was it the number one?
That was the Corey Heim bad push. That was the Heim off center. That was the Bell. That was the Bell wreck.
Corey Heim. Corey Heim. What's the number?
Corey Heim 67.
67. Yeah, he was involved in that.
Yeah, he was involved in that. But the Corey Heim bad push was the one that took out Bell because Heim hit Hamlin off center and then went down and collected Bell back up, head on into the wall, or almost head on. That took him out. So I believe that first one.
That first one. Was that the one where Larson was also? They took off the side of the. No, that was the one after. Yeah.
Because Briscoe got spun inside to where Austin Dillon, which I don't know where Austin Dillon was thinking of going there. Because he didn't get hit, he didn't get loose, didn't do anything, and tried to just dive towards the pits and go through the trial. And Briscoe's right there.
You're right. That's what happened. T-bones.
And I'm just like, Dylan, you had smoke. Yeah, you had so much opportunity to go somewhere else, and you picked the one spot where there's a car right there. Granted, yes, with the smoke, you probably couldn't see him.
Yeah,
but
it's just hilarious. He did out of all that space, the one part he's racing, dude. The one part you pick.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, now there's smoke, and then the car's there. Like, dude, what?
I was just like, I watched his in-car camera, and I'm like, what's going through your head here?
I because I was surprised that he just didn't. It was just such a wide. I feel like he just went so wide, and it was, but
Briscoe gets taken out early. He did come back onto the track, but I believe he finished 12 laps down, something like that.
Let's see.
12 laps down. 12 laps down. Finished 12 laps down, so not exactly a strong finish for Chase. for Briscoe. But also just as a whole, JGR.
JGR, yeah, that was a bad.
They did not have a single car in the top 25.
Damn.
They did not have a single car finish in the top 25.
Sad.
So they're all in a hole. They're all in a hole for a team that came in. I mean, they're one of the top 3 teams. We're all picking all of them to make the chase, and of course, it is early. But now that there is no winning in, you get in a points hole with super speedways or just bad races.
It's hard to get out.
It's hard to get out. And with Chase Briscoe even said before this race, you have a couple mulligans. Mm-hmm. You have probably about 2 to 3 mulligans, but you don't want to use them on the first race of the year.
Early. We ain't even hit the West Coast yet.
Exactly. So, and then also you got Atlanta coming up next weekend, another super speedway style track.
I was about to say, yeah.
There's gonna be cautions. There's gonna be some big wrecks in that. You waste another mulligan, you're in the hole for 2 races. It's gonna be tough to come out.
By the way, check us out. We're going to be at the Atlanta race. We're going to be taking interviews, and it's going to be on the YouTube. Make sure you're out there.
We will be there live with a vlog as well that will be uploaded to YouTube later in the week. Hopefully get some footage, interview some maybe even fans. Yeah, if anyone's at the Atlanta race, let us know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we'll be there on Sunday. Keep an eye out for that. But yeah.
Yeah, dude. One of JGRs. You're right. Not a
single one. The highest finisher I think was Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs at 26.
Yep, Ty Gibbs was 26th or 23rd in the race. Wound up 26th in points. So we did finish. I guess I was talking about more. They don't have anyone in the top 25 in points after the race. So Gibbs did finish 23rd. So they had one in the top 25. But yeah, not a good showing at all for them.
Not a good showing.
Now. 23-11. What a showing for them.
What a showing for them.
I mean,
what a showing for the boys.
They get the winner coming off the trial.
They get the winner coming off, and not just the win, the 500.
The 500.
The 500.
And led nothing but the last lap. Of course, Reddick did. Bubba did lead
his thing, led the most laps. Even Corey Heim was putting on a good showing. It says he led 8 laps. That's nice. He was up there, especially helping out towards the end. Well, not towards the end, but like that fuel saving with Toyota and everything. He was
he was leading one of those lines.
Mm-hmm. So he was doing good.
They had 3 of the top 4 at one point.
Even Connor, not Connor Zillage.
SVG was up there for a while. Yeah, he wound up getting caught up in the big one.
In the lab big one.
Yeah. The lap 125, I believe it was. Yeah.
Riley Hurst finished pretty well as well. Riley Hurst finished 12.
No, he finished 8th.
8th, yeah.
He finished 8th. Yeah. 23-11 wound up with 3 top 10s with Reddick with the winner, Herbst in 8th, and Bubba in 10th. So 23-11 starting strong, and I think even their Corey Heim was the other car, and he finished 28. So, but he's not running a full. Their full-time cars people all finished top 10.
And Corey Heim put on a good showing, enough for
definitely some inexperience. You could see that with some of the pushes that he did, even the one that caused the wreck between Hamlin and Bell that ultimately took out Bell. So you definitely some inexperience, offset pushes, knowing when to push, knowing where not to.
Yeah.
But I mean, you saw that with not just him. I mean,
a lot of people.
The inexperience showed with Allgaier too. What kind of block was that? I mean, you as being a Denny Hamlin fan, you were not happy about it. But Denny's getting shoved in the back.
Thank you.
If he hits Allgaier in the back right there, he's wrecking Allgaier. So he took the one option that he had. Hey, there's a run on there's a lane on the outside.
Let me get that
on the outside.
Thank you.
So I'm going to take this push and I'm going to go up and not upset Allgaier, not get his back in around, because the trial is not somewhere you want to shove.
Thank you. It's
you want to ease onto it and ease onto the push if you even want to push at all. So he took the run that he got, went high, and Allgaier just decided to late block, and that
I'm gonna decide to block you now.
That took out a lot of big cars. I mean, SVG got caught up in that one, which he was having a very promising run.
He was. Who else?
I think that took out Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson's car looked destroyed.
Yeah.
The little boom. What was that? The front right.
Yeah, Larson had big damage from which never could come back from.
Yep. Willie B, luckily, he was caught.
Was he in that too?
He was in that.
Which was his third wreck of the day?
Third wreck. That is one.
That was the second one he was in, and then they didn't show the. He was involved in that last one too a little bit. He had to come back up on the track, which caused Bubba to have to check up, so he didn't drive through him.
He also the first wreck.
Yeah, he was in the first wreck.
No, the first wreck on the final lap.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. Yeah,
that's because he slows down a lot.
And Bubba backed off to not drive through him, and so that he was really involved in 3 of the 4 wrecks, and still managed to finish 12th.
Still managed to get that car across the line. But again, what I've loved
not in one piece, but not in one piece.
Thank you. The 4 wheels was on it, so he made it. A lot of good cars, a lot of big cars.
A lot of big cars were involved in that. So, I mean, it started in first place. Whenever any of the wrecks happen up the front, it's going to happen unless you just get a wreck like last year with Buescher getting spun into the infield, and Buescher just takes it, and just gets spun off the nose and goes down low. Unless you get something that out of the first place, they're more than likely collecting a lot. So.
What was that? Wasn't it also Cedric that did that last year as well, or was that Denny?
Denny was the one that wrecked Buescher, or that Buescher spun off his nose, I believe.
I believe so. Okay. There was one. I can't think if that was either the second Daytona race. I think it was Austin, and somebody just spent in the middle, and he got pushed, and then he just got spent, and it was like in the middle, and everybody had to.
Everyone just scattered,
and it just caused so much chaos. It was crazy to see someone like I said in the front, and then all of a sudden, whoop, and now they're spinning in the middle, and everything's going.
I think Ty Gibbs was also caught up in that one too, so that extends his days since his last win,
and he was having a pretty nice race. He was up there, but. Next week's Atlanta.
The other thing about that last year, I mean, how many lead changes did we have on the last lap alone?
Thank you. The last lap alone, for a minute when
you didn't know who was going to win.
Yeah, when the first crash happened, I was like, oh my God, they're going to throw a caution, and it's Ricky because Ricky was in front. And they kept going.
And they kept going.
Oh no, it's not Ricky. Then Chase got in front. So you're like, oh my God, no caution.
I was ecstatic.
Big number 9
Chase,
fan.
let's go, please. He's going to get this. But with being that far out as Chase did, it wasn't his fault. Zane backed off to try and make his own run, which, I mean, granted, he's trying to get his own run to win it.
Exactly.
No fault to him, but you are a sitting duck if you're in the lead at that point. All you got to do is try and throw a block, and more than likely that block's going to wreck. And so he made the safer choice of being like, hey, I can't block Reddick with this run. I'm just going to stick in the middle, hope that someone comes back to me, and then that person was unfortunately Reddick's teammate, Riley Herbst. So Herbst is not going to push Chase Elliott to the win to beat his teammate. So Herbst is like, oh, I'm going to try and block this line to make sure Reddick gets this win. He goes up high and ultimately takes out a lot of good cars at the top.
A lot of the good cars at the top. I mean, what was that? The top
he took
7?
2nd through 7th or 8th were all involved in that wreck.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than, I think Buescher was the only one to get through there without damage. He just kind of snuck through there. I think 6th, I believe. 7th.
7th, yes.
So he snuck through there afterwards without damage, but every single other one of those top 8 cars were involved in that wreck besides Reddick, of course.
Ricky Stenhouse, Joey Logano, Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, Zane Smith, who also had a good showing.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, really second place coming out of turn 4.
And then Riley Herbst and Chris Buescher.
Which that was another point after the race. They did the interviews, and the first person they interviewed is none other than Bubba Wallace, because the other top 9 cars, one's on the track doing burnouts, and the other 8 are in the care center getting checked out. So I'm glad that hit wasn't bad for Elliott, because honestly, I saw him get turned head on into the outside wall by her. I mean, it was a 90-degree angle.
Not nasty.
It was a 90-degree angle.
Parallel to like bam.
I'm glad that just goes to show how tough these cars are and how much the safety has come just in general. But
it's 25 years from Dale Earnhardt.
The exact date.
The exact date.
Heck,
a crash that happened like that, just straight into the wall. It looks normal, but as we know, it can take him out. So
good to see that Chase climbed out of the cars and out on his own. I did see him. He sat on the wall for a little bit. So I mean, I'm sure he got the wind knocked out of him.
I saw the little interview afterwards he did after coming out of the care center. So that was nice. Like I said, it didn't look too bad. Logano is bald.
Still getting used to it.
Getting used to it. Like, it's not a bad look. It's just bald. Like, damn.
It's different.
It's just
completely different than what
and,
he's looked like.
Yeah, and it's great. It's funny. Just side note tangent. They were showing the Dale Earnhardt preview for the new documentary that's about to come out. Or it is.
I believe it did air after the duels.
Yeah.
I want to say that was when it aired 25 years after.
25 years after we lost Dale Earnhardt. I know that was filmed a little old because Logano had a full head of black hair up in that thing. I was like,
that's not you anymore.
That's not you anymore, but they still raced it. Like I said, the boy.
He kind of came out of nowhere, but also like with me watching at the end, I see Elliott behind Logano, and I'm like, well, I know Logano's good at this. That's a good person to follow.
That's a good person to
be
follow.
Right behind. And sure enough, wound up working out for all of them at the end. But even with being involved, even with being involved in that wreck at the end, they all still got good points. I mean, regardless, Elliott still got fourth. He's at third in points because the duels did give points. They gave 10 points for winning those.
Okay, so, yeah, that's what I can't remember. I think it was some what's his name on the Boyer. I think he said something like that, and I didn't know it, so I heard it. I was like, oh,
yeah. Duels gave a little bit of points, so not of course as much as a full race, but you got Logano in second for that reason, and you got Chase in third for that reason in the points now. So they're starting off hot. They're getting good point stays already. I mean, look for that to continue. We're gonna see probably a lot of the same people up at the front at Atlanta.
Thank you. Yeah. Some of these like you said,
not as Atlanta is different because tires matter more, which I did want to touch on. Tires didn't matter at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
Watching the truck race, they mattered. Watching the Xfinity race, they mattered. There were cars getting tight. The N4 coming out and trying to keep it off the outside line, but there were cars getting loose out of 4. A lot of it was happening there. You really didn't see much of that at all in the Cup race, and then as well, none of them were taking tires.
No.
They were all fuel only.
I think very few people took tires. I think I saw maybe 3 people
under the stage cautions. I'm sure they did. Everyone under the brakes mostly took tires, but that's to set up for having a green flag pit stop with no tires.
They didn't get it out. Yeah, a little splash of
and
gas.
It still amazes me how teams, manufacturers, whoever the groups of cars that go in, and they come out and get right back into the same pack.
Into the same pack.
They all piled up. No one got too far ahead. No one got too far behind. They all wound up being right back in it. And then, of course, McDowell, the only one that stayed out, the caution comes out, and he gets saved by that.
Yes.
So,
which was
huge call for him.
Huge call for him.
Which set him up to be in the lead on that shootout to the end.
Amen.
With, unfortunately, Carson Hocevar in the lead, McDowell in second. Spire looked to have a good day. And then they both get caught up in that wreck and taken out. So
still picked up some points, 26 points for McDowell. 36 points for Carson.
Yeah, Carson's ninth in points. Carson's ninth after that. So, I mean, good showing. Definitely.
Good showing for them. RFK as well.
Yeah, Busher, 2 top 10s out of RFK, which they struggled early last year.
And I think I said it last week too on here. Look for them RFK boys. They were what, last year was their second year? Of course they're taking over after Roush, but bringing in all these new people, all these new not new manufacturer, but new engineer team, new development last year was
team.
the first time they had 3 rides, right?
Because they had Busher and Keselowski were the whole time.
Yeah. Was last year 3? I feel like last year was their first year running 3, but I'm not sure.
Who was Priest's ride before last year? I think last year was Priest's first year in the 60s.
I think that was first year.
And I don't know if you saw it. Did you see him finish backwards?
No.
Yeah. he drove all the way around the track backwards just across that line.
Hilarious.
He was like, I am not coming all the way down here not to see this finish line. So he drove that car broken backwards.
Hey. However, you got to finish it. Who got out and ran across?
Carl Edwards. That was after the Keselowski and Edwards flip at Talladega. He got out of his car and ran across the finish line.
Got to finish that thing.
Yeah,
I got to finish. So,
granted, that doesn't count. It's not. We're not in Talladega Nights here, but
you know. Talladega Nights, so funny.
But yeah, I mean, also wanted to give a shout out. I mean, Riley Herbst did everything that he needed to do to get Reddick that win. He's not going to get, he might not get as much credit for it as others. But coming down the backstretch, he gave Reddick a huge shove and brought him back to Zane's bumper. And then he was able to get Reddick the run that he needed on the outside of Zane, and then stuck with him for a little bit longer out of 4 to get him to be able to make that move on Chase. Now, Reddick did door Chase.
He did. But look, he's going when he came back around, he did nudge him a little bit. Hey, bro, I'm here. So if you do come down, like you said, I ain't lifting.
No one's lifting it that
No one's lifting.
And there was one point, I believe it was right after the pit stops were cycled through, about lap maybe 12, 13 left. And I saw Chase get doored by someone trying to change lanes in the middle, and Chase was on the high side. His back end kicked out. I thought they were all wrecking. I still don't know how Elliott was able to hold that together and not.
There was a nice save.
Yeah.
The wind was giving them problem in that first little.
Yeah, there was a crosswind out of 4. Crosswind out of 4 completely. So that's.
I think it was
BJ McLeod. You talking about that one, or
the Kyle Busch when he lost it a little bit and then hit bad Brad Keselowski. They were coming out of 4, hit Brad, and he came all the way out. Pit lane had to merge back in. Everybody kind of backed up and everything. It didn't cause a wreck, but it did. He was coming off of 4, and then kind of lost it, bumped into Brad, took him all the way out, and then they merged in. It was wild. I got to show you that because I got to look at that. It was nice because he held it on. It's tough for BJ McLeod going out early.
Yeah, broken right rear. They said, I can't remember the part that they said broke, but they said they used a part that was just sitting there for 4 years. Nothing, it had never been used before. It was still new. But they said maybe that it just, the grease or something on it just wore out. Yeah. And just broken right rear. I mean, you saw the car. If you saw the in car from whoever was right behind him, cannot remember. It might have been Corey Heim. I cannot remember who was right behind him. But
when they showed the in car, I can't remember.
Yeah, who was that? They showed the in car, and you could see the right rear on fire.
Dude, on fire. The first one they said, "Oh, that's fire." And yep, smoke. Oh,
yeah. Car doesn't do that without breaking something. That car just snapped left, and unfortunately,
it wasn't that crazy.
No,
how many people were in the?
Like 5 or 6, I believe.
Yeah,
including Willie B though.
Willie B.
Yeah,
and that Tyler Reddick was in that.
Reddick was, I guess. Yeah, Reddick was involved a little bit in that one.
Yeah.
Trying to remember who. Someone got hit in the back. It was Gregson. Casey Mears decided not to brake early enough. And went right into the back of Gregson. So, for the second time this week.
Was that the one that ended Casey's day?
No, he was still out there, but damaged, of course, on the front end. Okay. But yeah, overall, I was excited by the race, and honestly, even the fuel saving developed a little bit of suspense towards the end. You're just you're like, okay, who's gonna get this? Like, we're ready for this.
Exactly, because eventually, you know, they have to go, and they will hit it. So, I liked it for the suspense. Big congratulations to Tyler Reddick going winless last year.
And wins the first race.
Thank you. Yeah, after coming off of.
But he had so much going on last year with the trial, also with his family. Yeah, with his son having health issues. I mean, this was just probably a big relief off his shoulders immediately, just to break that drought and be like, okay, we're coming out swinging.
And like I said, that was really good for 2311.
And I mentioned earlier with 2311 winning that. All 3 teams that were involved in that trial got wins this week.
All 3 of them.
I mean, not to mention you had Kyle Busch, RCR, that got the pole. Mm-hmm. Going into Friday, Chandler Smith wins for Front Row Motorsports for the truck race. Again, RCR, Austin Hill winning Xfinity, and then you got 2311 winning on Sunday, which, I mean...
I love some karma when it all comes back around. And I'm not even saying that NASCAR did anything wrong or anything like that, but irony also, that's the best word. Irony is hilarious. And just said not for them to just win a race. They come out and they win the biggest race.
Yeah.
And put on a really good showing from 2311. Like you said, all
their 3 main drivers are in the top 10.
Top 10. Corey Heim put on a great show, and even the commentator said it. Get this man a ride.
Yeah,
we do not know why he do not know why he doesn't have a ride, but get this man a ride. So it was really nice for them boys, and like I said, Tyler Reddick going winless last year. Not being as dominant as he was the year before, in the regular season.
But he was still, even without winning last year, he was 8th in points. I mean, he still knew how to get it done, just couldn't finish.
Couldn't, and I feel like that was kind of big with 23-11 last year, especially before Bubba's.
I was about to say, other than Bubba winning, Bubba
had
the Brickyard.
Bubba had a lot of good showings before that Brickyard. Just couldn't find it, and then the Brickyard happened, and the confidence, boom.
And then even Kansas almost. That was what, 2 or 3 weeks later.
2 or 3 weeks later, if Denny didn't
Gorham without power steering,
thank you. We could have been talking different, but so like big win from them, and even Bubba said it, which was funny. I again love parallels. The casino.
Chumba. Yeah.
2 wins.
Two crown jewels.
Wins. 2 back to back.
Yeah. Back to back crown. There's no crown jewel after the Brickyard, I don't believe, unless
Southern 500.
Was that after?
Yeah.
It might have been.
I
can't remember. I can't remember which one is which, because they go to Darlington twice.
Yeah, they do.
And then so I can't remember if it's the Southern. Is it? I think it might be the Southern 500.
I think so. We'll look that up and bring that back.
But yes, 2 crown jewel wins already for Chumba
within the span of less than a year. Yeah. So hey,
maybe it's just good luck. It is a casino.
I was about to say it's the casino. So hey, there you go. I hope the boys out there playing numbers. Yeah. This was also the biggest points, the biggest pot for the Daytona 500 ever.
What was it? 30 million.
30 million. 30 million.
Yeah.
And some change. Like it was 30 million and something that like it was big.
Which of course, if you aren't familiar with how the pot works, it is divided amongst all the finishers. Yeah. So, but I think the first place gets somewhere around 12 to 13. So I mean, huge purse for first place.
For first place. So like I said, we got points. Reddick is sitting at high with a smooth 58 points.
Yeah. Joey Logano. With that points being 55 points max now. I mean, win is 55. So unfortunately, he did not really get any points other than that. He doesn't have a big lead like you would expect some to have after winning the race. Yeah. But because Logano and Chase both had the 10 points from the duels, and then they also had some stage points. Yeah. Not much, but
Zane and Bubba won. Zane won stage 1, Bubba won stage 2. So that gives them some extra points. And yeah, so we after Joey Logano, Chase Elliott in third with 43 points. Zane Smith at 41 points. Ricky Stenhouse at 39 points. Bad Brad 39. Chris Buescher 39. Bubba 37. Carson 36.
Strong showing.
Hey, look, I mean, watch for you, Carson.
He was in what, second or third going into that last lap.
Yes,
he was in the lead.
He was
the one that was leading. Yeah, just a bad push and wound up costing it. But he definitely had a shot. I mean, there were a lot of people that had a shot on that last lap. So
that last lap. And then we'll come back to that in a second. And then to finish it off for top 10, it is Ryan Blaney, Big Blaney, at 36 points.
Yeah.
So
but a lot of people we don't normally see up there.
A lot of people
Zane
Smith up there.
You got, Zane Smith, Ricky Stenhouse, Carson Hocevar. None of them made the playoffs last year.
Then heck, after 10th, Riley Hurst is in 11, didn't make the playoffs. Daniel Suarez didn't make the playoffs. He didn't know. Josh Berry did.
He did make the playoffs, but only because of the win and in. He was 20th. 20 plus in points.
They had 9 DNF last year.
Yeah.
That's
great. 4 of them were in the playoffs.
Yes,
because of that.
They finished dead last in every race of the first round.
Yeah, didn't have that many before.
Yeah, the luck was not on his side. Then I feel like they run better than that. Luck was just not on their side. Finishing last in all 3 of the first round. That's just.
Yeah. Woo! Not a start that you would want to go for.
Yeah. But that. They kind of pieced it together, tried to pull it together, and that's all good.
But yeah. So other thing I wanted to touch on during the race, I'm glad they didn't put the caution out.
Yes, that's what I wanted to come back to. Yeah.
So that caution with everyone taken out in that first turn. I'm with the broadcast. You couldn't really tell how big it was. It was big. I mean, it included. It doesn't have it on here because it wasn't a caution who it involved, but I believe it involved everyone that was pretty much 12th on back. in that, or 13th on back that was in that wreck. So it was 20 plus cars, but they all got off the racing line. None of them were left on the track. They all got down off the track on the apron. And from the interview that I heard on the teardown, they were talking to the race controller, and they wanted to set the precedent now that they're not going to try and judge throwing a caution based on how hard they think the hit is. Now, granted, I guarantee you, if someone comes over the radio and says, "Hey, like, I'm not okay, I need help," caution's coming out. Yeah. They're monitoring all that.
Yeah.
But you can't throw a caution just because you think the hit is hard, when in reality it might not be. And they're like, "Oh yeah, fine." And then it causes controversy. Oh, well, we shouldn't have thrown this caution.
What was it? Last year they threw the caution. No, they threw the caution for the Xfinity, I believe, and didn't throw it for Daytona. Or it was one or the other.
Yeah.
But I believe it was that they didn't throw it for Daytona, and that caused problems because they should have thrown it for they should have thrown it.
And they did keep it consistent this whole weekend.
They did.
I don't know how much of the cautions that you saw. The one I remember that I saw, I can't remember who was spinning, but there was someone that spun in the Xfinity race all by himself, spun onto the apron, even back up the track, but all the cars were passed already, and then got it back together, didn't hit anything, and kept going. No caution.
There was a few of those.
Something like that. Yep. Set the
Jimmy
precedent.
Johnson spun out, I believe that first pit break or first pit stop, he spun out in the infield. And they waited. He was able to fire the thing back up and drive up. Yeah. All right, no time. Keep going.
As long as it's not an impediment to the rest of the field, I don't see why you would have to throw the caution. So good on them for doing that. I just hope that is the precedent.
Thank you. I hope that is the standard, that we're not going to come next week.
Yeah.
Even though Atlanta is a little smaller, so I understand if they're wrecking in turn one, coming out of turn two, maybe
not enough time for them to all get settled again. Maybe,
but definitely here where you still got a mile and something to go.
More than that,
What is it? No, 2 miles.
2.5 miles.
2.5 miles.
So you still got 2 miles to go.
You still got 2 miles to go. Let them go.
Yeah.
Let them race back to it. And if by the time they're in third, if no one's moving, okay, throw the caution.
Yeah.
Coming out of fourth, if no one's, throw that caution. Or heck, by then, maybe let them race. I don't know. This is why I'm not an official.
But for the Daytona 500 to not really have controversy, to not have it end in overtime, to not have it to end under green flag conditions, and not have weather involved. I don't know what else you could ask for.
Like I said, personally, I saw some discourse about the commercials and picture-in-picture. I don't care about picture-in-picture.
I'm fine with picture-in-picture.
I know the network's got to get their money. That's whatever. If we're green, we're still watching race, and they had it from like the Xfinity setup where they're actually showing you everything up top. You got your stuff. So I personally didn't mind that. I didn't have to flip to an app or something to see or anything like that. It was still there. I thought it was good. The only full commercials we got were either stage breaks or
I think there might have been some early on too. But under caution possibly. But
no commercial in the last 15 or 10. I want to say 15, but I think it was 10. I think it was I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look. But I think it was earlier than that. I think it was even. Yeah, I think they let the race play itself out.
Because really, I don't think they went to caution after the fuel or after the pit stops. I think it was kind of.
I think you're right. Yeah.
But either way, honestly, I was happy with the race.
Great race.
I thought it was good. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of people upset about the fuel saving.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just think this is here to stay. I don't think you're changing this without rule changes. You're not going to get teams to just be like, oh no, you're going to back out. The only thing that I have seen combat the fuel saving is certain teams or certain manufacturers get together and pit early. And then they're going all out because they know they can make it now. So they're going all out, and it kind of forces the other team's hands to be like, well, we either have to pit or pick up the pace here.
So
and so the only thing that really happened that allowed teams to not be able to do that was the fact that Toyota was literally holding the whole front and the bottom line. So no teams could be like, oh, we'll just drop to the bottom and pull off and pit.
What, 4 back?
4 back.
It was 4 back.
Well,
I can't even remember who was it Chase that broke it up? Because it was like 4 back. Someone else, and then
Chase was running middle and high pretty much the whole time.
Somebody was sitting in that spot before Tyler Reddick, because it was like 4 Toyotas, someone.
Might have been Willie B back up there at that point.
Might have been Willie B.
I can't, because he was back up.
Yeah.
He was fourth on that last caution when they restarted. He came all the way back to fourth.
Doing everything in his power for that.
Had a very eventful day and still was right back up there at the end. But I also did want to touch on with 2311 winning that, the reaction from Michael Jordan. I mean, it's huge. I'm glad he's part of the sport.
Yeah,
he is not just someone that has a lot of money that is here to just, oh yeah, I'll just have a race because he grew up a racing fan. Yeah. He grew up being a part of NASCAR early on. And he's using that and use his use his personality, his persona to bring NASCAR into the new world, the new age, like advance the sport.
Big reason of why I even joined or like started watching after like the initial, like, I like this. I picked the driver Denny because I'm from Chicago. I love Michael Jordan. So I found out Michael Jordan owns a race team
with Denny Hamlin.
Bet. Okay. Yeah. And y'all aren't bad.
No.
And y'all aren't bad. Y'all are competitive. Okay, that's even better. And so you're right. Watching the interview on the pre-show of him talking about, I got 4 cars in here, my family, we used to sit around and watch the Daytona 500. I got 4 cars. We're going to see it. And one of them cars came out.
And they were controlling the race for a while. Like he was
2311 did their thing again. Bubba Wallace, 40 laps.
Yeah.
40 laps. No one over it. Chase Briscoe only led 23, and that's the next highest. So
Bubba was controlling it with them, but also 66 lead changes. I believe 66, second most ever.
66, yes,
second most lead changes in the Daytona 500 ever, and it is the most different leaders in a Daytona 500 ever.
Yeah. Looking at this list, so I need to see and all that.
Yeah, and then Michael Jordan in his interview afterwards, he is a very big trash talker.
Yes.
All throughout NBA, college, everything.
He ruined a man's career.
He was one of the biggest trash talkers. He could have easily talked bad about NASCAR after that trial, but he didn't.
He didn't.
Because he wants to help the sport. He wants the sport to be good.
That's what I love about it. He wants the sport to be good. Like I said, it wasn't... Once I understood what a charter was, so now I know why you're fighting.
Yeah.
I was like,
because charter's not guaranteed.
Thank you. Charter isn't guaranteed. So like, now I know why you're fighting, not just for you, but for other people. Okay. Hey, you love the sport, and it definitely shows in his race team and with himself. Like again, he uses that money for his race team. He uses his personality and just like him for his team. And it's always nice to see owners down there, but it's freaking Michael Jordan. It's Michael Jordan. And he's down there most Sundays, especially the big races.
Oh, yeah.
Being there for his team.
He is there a lot. He's like I said, he's not just someone that's just going to show up just to show face.
Thank you, just to show face. No, he's down there. He's talking to all of his teams. Even
biggest guy in the garage.
Thank you. Biggest guy in the garage. Big tall bastard.
Got all these short drivers, and then he's sitting there.
It's crazy how short Tyler Reddick is, and then Michael Jordan stands next to him. You're like, oh man.
Yeah, Kyle Larson's tiny too.
But I guess in this sport, you ain't gotta be 6'1". That might.
Most drivers are not. I believe the last really tall driver I remember was Michael Waltrip.
Thank you. I think Carson is the tallest one.
Carson might be now. He might be like 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, they said he's like the tallest one.
And he's a toothpick too.
Thank you. He's tiny. He can get blown away. But no, Michael Jordan he's in it.
It's great for the sport.
It's great for the sport. It's great for the sport that he is in it. And
bring more people. They even said he had Marshawn Lynch there with him, and there was one other person that he had there with him that I can't remember. But bring more. Yeah, bring more celebrities, bring more big sports names into this. Grow the sport. Put it back into the forefront.
Yeah, it can be, and definitely after Daytona, just feel like with that racing, it shows you. And didn't we have the higher horse package for the super speedway?
The super speedways did not change. The higher horsepower package is at short tracks, road courses, and a few intermediates. I believe something like Darlington, I think, has it. But not all the intermediates and none of the super speedways. So this is still This is still the old package. I mean, it's fine. I don't like how draggy the cars are when they get out of line. I've never been a fan of it because you just can't make moves. You're just stuck forcing. You have to have help. You have to have 4 or 5 cars in line to be able to do that, which it makes for exciting racing because you'll see a lot of people just jump out quickly and right in front of the line so they can attach, but you won't see the crazy moves that people can be like, okay, well, I'll just get a move on you and dive in, or you left a gap and I'll just go high and pass you. Yep. You won't see that.
And I also feel like they're getting more comfortable in the cars. What is this? Our
fifth, I believe. 21 was, I believe, the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was either 21 or 22. No, it was 22. It was 22. Yeah. So it is the fifth
years.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, 5 years. Still nice. And these are the best drivers in the world, so they're gonna figure it out. And I do feel like they have, like I said, a lot of back market teams made a lot of good moves today, and we're gonna move into Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like, hey man.
I mean, another super speedway race.
Super speedway.
It has been a very exciting race to watch the past 2-3 years. Ever since the repave.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to 2 of the races.
I've been to 2 of the races.
Yeah. Including Chase Elliott's win last year, which of course, yes, the wreck took out 24 cars.
24, but the wrecks at the end was still good.
Yeah.
It was still, there was still a competition because like Chase didn't just run away with it.
No. There were ton of lead changes.
Thank you. There was
Keselowski was right there.
Keselowski was right there. Reddick was there at the end. So it was like, it was still good. So,
and you had Bowman helping Elliott too. He was top 4. Yeah. So, I mean, with Atlanta, it is a little bit different super speedway than Daytona. It is only a mile and a half. It is not as banked. It is a lot thinner. You're not running 3 wide there. No. You can.
They did a little last
most
year,
of the time. It's 3 wide to make moves. You're not running 3 wide constantly like Daytona. Like just going around. I mean, I saw cars break out immediately. Ricky Stenhouse immediately 3 wide. Ty Dillon immediately 3 wide. I'm just like, okay, we're doing this.
Thank you. That hadn't happened all week. And they said, no, we.
They're like, we're starting this race here.
We're getting, a lot of us. We get a lot of energy in that pack. 41. What was 42, 41 cars?
41.
41.
Yep. The largest Daytona 500 field in a while.
41 cars looked crazy. Yeah.
I mean, it used to be 43.
Love it.
Used to be 43. I would go back to those days. Go back to the 43 car races.
Yeah, I like it. It was like I said, it was tons of fun. And going into Atlanta, it gives you, look, these teams looks like they're already going to be working hard, and I can't wait to see. My prediction for Atlanta, I love blinding it. Back marker.
Well, let's do this. So with our picks last week, I picked Bubba. And you picked Briscoe. Do we want to go through like some kind of competition for the whole year and see who's highest and who's lowest? Like whoever finishes higher gets the win for that week.
Okay,
and
I'm down with that.
We can do that.
Extra points, double points if they win the race.
I like it. Yeah, all right. You get 2 for winning. 2 for winning if you pick the winner, and you get 1 for just finishing high. Okay,
let's do that.
Let's do that. So with the picks last week, I picked Bubba, got 10th, so he did finish higher than Briscoe, which was his pick. So I will take the first one. Now, I say first pick goes to the person that didn't win the week before, so it would be your choice. But
for Atlanta,
do we want to limit it to people that we have not picked yet? Do we want to do that?
36 races.
Reset it for the playoffs. So the first 26 only.
Boom. Okay. I can do that. First 26 only. Yeah. We can keep that
because it's going to be a little bit of strategy picking people that.
Thank you.
I mean, with super speedways, you never know who's winning. So I'm not going to use probably someone that's.
I won't even say SVG until the third.
First round course SVG's getting out. Yeah, I'm taking my win.
If you want your win, I may hold off on SVG. That's hilarious because we know. But I will say, for going into Atlanta. If they have a really good day, I think RFK is gonna come back out, make some good
I like
noise. I'm going to say Chris Buescher.
Busher. Okay.
Say he get that win.
I mean, Busher, no matter what's a safe pick to finish higher too. I do agree with that because the person I'm picking is the complete opposite.
Oh,
it's all in or nothing.
All in or nothing.
So
Carson,
he knows already.
Thank you. Already knew.
I think Carson might get his first one. He showed promise at Daytona already. Yeah. Spire looked solid at the super speedway last year. Carson got third in this race.
Yeah,
he was, and honestly, I think he would have won that if that caution didn't come out. That was a controversial caution last year. The one with Bell, Hocevar, and Byron all next to each other at Atlanta at the end of the race. That was one of the controversial cautions. So I don't think Bell wins that if they don't throw that caution.
Because Bell, damn. Yeah, he did win. Yeah, I don't think he does win that if they throw that caution. Yeah, you're right.
Or if they don't. If they did. Yeah. So I'm gonna roll with Carson Hocevar. Maybe he gets his first win. But even in the second race, he had a damaged car and he was driving through the field again. I mean, we were watching the whole time.
Thank you.
We were like, oh, there he goes. It is Chili's. It is 77 Chili's.
I love it. I hope he wears
damaged car, and he was still able to drive back up into the top 10 every time. So I do like him at Atlanta. I'm rolling with that. So we got those, and I think that about wraps it up.
Daytona 500, week 1 of NASCAR. We are back.
We are back, and still looking forward to the season. Like we said, we're looking forward to this chase more than the playoffs. We're already done with the winning in, so Reddick still has to fight.
Thank you.
He can't just take it off.
No one's off and just I made it. No, still has to go out there. Everyone still has to fight. Even the one, like I said,
take good point stays if you can.
Good point stays. Get good point stays. Like I said, this will definitely reward consistency.
But I mean, we even see the different strategy calls already trying to get wins. Look at McDowell last week. The only person to not pit almost pays off. Almost pays off to him to win his second 500.
Yeah, almost pays off.
But I feel like strategies like that, they're gonna come more into play throughout the year.
That wasn't a bad one.
No,
if you got the fuel to keep going, hey, run it until you can't. And you just happen to be the one car,
the one car that stayed out, and didn't pit and caught the caution.
That means you get to go in there, get a nice little gas on it, So
he didn't need to.
He didn't.
No, he didn't.
He still didn't.
He didn't pit.
I thought he was.
That caution even allowed him to save more fuel, and he was good. They said they were 3 laps to the good after that caution, so he could have done a green white checkered.
Oh wow.
Yeah. No, it was a master class in fuel saving right there.
My best didn't have his foot on the pedal there. Yeah. So. Yeah.
But so with those picks, we got Hocevar for me, and you got
Chris Buescher.
Chris Buescher. Okay, I like it.
Yeah, man.
And like we said, but thank you guys for anyone that has tuned in so far. Make sure you drop a follow. We are live every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. We will be back here next week with more content.
We will.
Also, keep an eye out for the YouTube video. Follow us on YouTube. We got YouTube, Twitter, X. Sorry,
X.
My bad. I'm still living 10 years ago.
Thank you, Sam.
We got X. We also have our podcast on Spotify, so keep an eye out on that. The links are in our bio here on Twitch. So make sure you go to YouTube, subscribe, keep an eye out for the content.
Mm-hmm.
All our podcasts are uploaded afterwards with that by Friday. Usually it's by Friday. And also, we will be having the vlog on that as well. So keep an eye out for that. We will be doing,
If you're out there at the Atlanta race, come say hello, come say hi. You will probably see us. And
I think we're in section 121, I believe. 121, row 8. So coming out of 4, entering the trial. We're right there.
Baby. We're right there.
We're right there. We'll be able to see everyone wrecking into the pits if they do it.
To the pits.
But thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you.
And we will see you guys next week.
Peace.